for them, and according to their traditions, that he is the Caliph of the Muslims. You understand that?
The new caliphate
the Caliph of the Muslims, and he is ruling in 80 countries. Yes. He's a Caliph. He looks like Harun al-Rashid, looks like Saladin, looks like Omar ibn al-Khattab, Abu Bakr. He's the Caliph of the Muslims. Okay?
On which basis is the general guide of the Muslim Brotherhood is chosen?
He is chosen according to the seniority and according to the science and the knowledge of the man, and something like that. So for them, they have al-bay'ah, as you know that. We should give him al-bay'ah. This in order we should obey him for all that he wants, all his orders, all his measures. We cannot criticize anything for that. This is the problem for them.
No criticism to his orders.
Nothing. No.
You cannot even discuss.
No. We cannot discuss
as if it is the ruling of Quran, of the Holy Book.
Yes, this is the problem. And if you compare this position with other position with another Islamic sect in the Shia of Iran, they have also another guide who is considered to be a holy man. He is the deputy of the Imam during his absence. So he is a holy man. All his words, that they are holy words, and we should obey him, and there is no comment, there is no discussion with him. So this is the problem for the al-Murshid with the Shia, and al-Murshid for the Muslim brothers.
Yes, and that is in Egypt. If we take it worldwide and we turn to the international organization of the Muslim Brotherhood, and we want to know exactly how it was formed and exactly what are their methods here of thinking.
That organization, or the international organization, is considered to be the beginning of the caliphate. Okay? So we should unite the whole nations of the Muslims. Okay?
Where was it initiated?
Where I think in Istanbul. I think they have in Turkey they have a residence over there, and they have a permanent seat over there. So most of their meetings, they are there. And I think just a few months ago that they held there after what happened, and when Muhammad Morsi he was away. So they met there. Also they made another meeting in Lahore in Pakistan. But I think in Turkey, especially that Turkey was the country where the Ottoman Caliphate that were there. So we have a close relation between Turkey and the Turkish with the Muslim brothers, and especially Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Even that I adore Recep Tayyip Erdogan as a ruler, but he has also some beliefs of Muslim brothers. So this is the origin of their close relations between both of them.
Well, it seems that he is himself part of them, and we didn't realize
he is a part, but for the Muslim brothers, they believe that they are the leaders. But also for Recep Tayyip and the Turkish, they consider themselves they are the leaders.
Yes, but another, I'm sorry to cut you here.
No, it's okay.
Another part or another member is Mahathir Mohamad.
Yes.
And Mahathir Mohamad was a real reformist. And he was never a radical man, and hence he was able to take Malaysia to another standard of living.
That's true. Yeah. He started with Mubarak, Mahathir Mohamad, at the beginning of the 80s decade of the last century, and he made Malaysia as one of the tigers in Asia and in the whole world, and he made great things for Malaysia. But the problem, the bracts. Yeah, the idea itself, as I said, it's a good idea of the Muslim brothers at the beginning. But the bracts on the ground, this is the problem. Mahathir Mohamad, he took the reforming idea of Hassan al-Banna. But the others, like what we have now, the leaders of the Muslim brothers, they depend on the ideas of Sayyid Qutb. So they are more radical. They don't listen to anyone else. But on the other side, Hassan al-Banna, as a reformist or a reformer, so he was a good man, and he had good ideas. So the people that they follow the way of Hassan al-Banna, they made good countries, like what we saw in Malaysia, in Turkey. But the other people that they follow the way of Sayyid Qutb, as we have here, so it is like that. Also in Libya, I think in Libya also they have lots of problems. In Tunisia also, it is the same way that the people that they have, they don't listen to the others, they don't respect the other, they don't have the tolerance of Islam. and the respect of the other people, even that he is a Muslim or even the non-Muslims. So this is the problem that we have now for their ideas.
Returning back to the international-wise Muslim brotherhoods, in not this time the organization, but rather who are splitting of them. And we're speaking here about Al-Qaeda.
Yeah.
We are speaking here about the new Al-Furqan.
Yes.
We are speaking here about Ansar Bayt al-Maqdis, and all these kinds of groups who are jihadist
Yes.
groups, and they are working violently in extreme violence with these thoughts we were speaking about, these takfiri thoughts. Yes. Of making or believing that the whole society is atheists and they are all non-believers. So tell me more about Al-Qaeda and those jihadi thoughts and those jihadi groups.
Yes. As we know, that Al-Qaeda started by United States of America. That United States planted them in Afghanistan, this in order to fight the Russians. Yes. When Russian troops that they invaded Afghanistan and they occupied them. So America during the Cold War, that surely that they Americans that they had a problem with the Russians. So when the Russians they occupied Afghanistan, and Afghanistan at a strategic point that is on the center of Asia, near of the Gulf and near of the Caspian Sea, the areas where are the petrol and oils and all this. So United States surely that should do something. United States cannot confront Russia directly. So they planted the Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden and his friends, and to be there and supply them with all the aids, military aids, with the financial aids and everything. This in order to fight the Russians. When the Russians they were away in Afghanistan, so this is the problem that Al-Qaeda became an enemy to America, because they have their own beliefs as America to be the great Satan, and we should fight America because America made lots
of... How did the United States create those Al-Qaeda?
Surely that it would not directly from the United States, but by other mediators between both of them, and this to supply them with the money, with everything, this in order to fight them, but it was not directly. Okay, we should be fair of this idea.
It is said that that the leaders of the Afghani Mujahideen or jihadists who were, no, not yet the Taliban, or rather the fathers of the Taliban, who were real Mujahideen or jihadists against the Russian at then colony of Afghanistan. And they said that the United States have taken their own children to the United States to help them out in their education. And so the education came from the United States here. It's the core of education of radicalism. How far do you believe in this?
I think they don't need to go to the United States in order to have their education, because the jihadi education, it is in some Islamic teachings of some radical thinkers like Sayyid Qutb, so they don't need to go there. But United States, they used them in an indirect way in order to fight the Russians by mediators to supply them. And even also for Osama bin Laden, he was a millionaire, so he was a rich man also. So he has his own ways in order to supply the members of Al-Qaeda in order to fight Russians even in a long term or a long time. So it was not a problem for him for that. But after that the Russians they were away, so started the confrontation between Al-Qaeda and the United States of America.
Yes, and before we continue on with our discussion, let me here have a quick report on also the economic situation, even if we're not going to speak about economy today, but we will be speaking, or this report is going to speak about the developments of economy, or rather the IMF and its latest statements by Lagarde, who said that the IMF is ready to negotiate with Egypt. And Here is this report.